All right, buddy. John PT, Dan Sailing Training, PTS Dan.
Hello.
Off we go. So I was watching a video. I'm gonna put the link to the video in the comment section on this one. I think it's a good impactful piece on it. But what the gentleman was talking about is, hey, times are changing and evolving with how we use content, social platforms, YouTube videos, all this kind of stuff. And it used to be who you know would help you get ahead. And what his positioning was, it's now about who knows you. So what kind of exposure are you getting? Is your audience seeing you regularly, keeping you top of mind? So he's trying to shift the mentality a little bit about starting doing things that make you memorable. And that has an impact on people that then engage with you. Because if you're memorable, they tend to want more. Because there's a reason it's sticking for them. So can you talk about ways to sort of shift that mentality a little bit? We all know in our heart of hearts that who you know still matters. Let's not kid ourselves. But how do you get exposure so more and more people know?
Oh, well, two things. Number one, get involved in committees and on boards.
Yep.
That's so many people belong to an organization, but they're not in the leadership roles. If you're in the leadership roles, guess what? You're rubbing elbows with other movers and shakers. Number two, the membership of those committees or organizations get to see who you are, and they understand now that you're someone of worth.
Yes.
They want to be around you. You almost you become this mover and shaker even maybe before you are. So that's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is then go out and do some talks.
Yeah.
There are a plethora of organizations that are looking for speakers. They want speakers. And I know everybody goes, well, you got to be a member in order to be a speaker. That is true in some organizations. Yeah. Not even most, I would say.
Okay.
So you call up an organization, you say, hey, look, do you bring in outside speakers? If they say yes, go, great. How do I get on the list? And usually it's going to be 6, 8, 10 months out. But then you can always say, hey, by the way, if you have a last minute cancellation, give me a call. Be happy to fill in.
There you go.
And then once you do a talk, now you're an expert too.
Yep.
I just did a talk about a month ago for a local chamber of commerce. And in there was probably 10, 12 people that sat in on that. I got 3 clients out of that.
There you go.
Versus how many cold calls do I got to make before I get 3 clients? Or how many networking events do I have to go to before I get 3 clients? And so it's just try those 2 different things. Get on boards of your organizations or in committees and start getting out there and doing some talks.
Yeah, the board is an interesting one. So growing up, 3 of our 4 kids, all girls, danced. And there was, you get to know all these other dance parents and everything else. And I was talking to somebody about it. And I said, yeah, Sonia from dance. And they knew Sonia as the school board member. And so I didn't make the connection point. And she's so much more well known in that community because she sits on the school board. And off you go. So it's a great example of some of the things that come into play.
And I always look at it like efficiency. We talked about this a little while ago, which is I only have so much time that I want to do after hours.
Yep.
So I don't want to go to 3 networking events a week. I just don't. But put me on a board that meets once a month for 2 hours. Yeah, I'll do that.
Or let me speak.
I agree.
Once a month. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. See you again tomorrow.
Take care.